Let's continue to watch it. You see all those damn things with children, man. That's sad, man. I remember, excuse me, back in 2022 or 2023 when I was in where was I at? Um I wasn't in Iowa. I was, hold on. I have to look at the United States. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Utah. I was in Utah. And it was terrible, man. It was terrible. It was terrible. Two of them, two of them sat up there and was following me around Walmart, and two of them was like, "Shut up. They can't see us." And I was like, and they did not believe me. The officers did not believe me once again. They did not believe me. I tried to tell the truth. I said, why would they say that? And it's like they couldn't see. It's like people couldn't see. They target certain people, and it's like they couldn't see them. And it was terrible, man. They would follow me around and smile at me just so nasty. And I didn't like it. One child got out of the car. We were driving 45 miles per hour. I was on my way to the VA. And one 14 or 13-year-old child got out of the window, stuck out of the window. I didn't watch it, but I can see out of my corner of my eye, he started jacking off out of the window. And I just took off, and it was just terrible. It was terrible, man. They were deep there. It's disgusting and it's wrong, man. And another case, a man took a child and I guess hurried up and raped them, and it was an Amber Alert. And then just sat and waited for the cops to come and just got arrested. I don't know what their fetish is with children, but it's disgusting to me, man. It's very disgusting, man. It's very disgusting. It's terrible. You know, I don't know if certain people that get molested, they tend to want to molest children themselves, but to be quite honest, I've been molested and it disgusts me to even think about molesting a child. I want to help children. I don't I would never do no crap like that. It disgusts me to even be around or have been over, like, my brother, like, no, like, it disgusts me. My father, like, he got dementia, so I'll leave him alone, but it's disgusting. That's why I don't like both of them like that. They say forgive and forget. No, they were grown ass men. I was just a little girl, and then they laughed about it. They joked about it. Especially my cousin did it too. It's just terrible. And they all reaping what they sow right now. I just can't get over it, man. I can't get over it. I would never molest a child, man. That's just disgusting, man. What would you need out of a child, man? What would you need out of a child? That's just disgusting. And when I hear about some of these politicians doing to these children, it just even irks my nerves even worse, man. I don't care what you get out of a child. It's just disgusting. And I would never do no shit. I put that on God. I have never done no shit like that in my entire life. Look at that. Look at that. Assault to rape, mask on robbery, bail zero. Assault and robbery, zero bail. Child rape. They don't want them in their prisons. It has to be something going on that they owe them. They either owe them or they're paying them to keep them out of jail. It has to be that way. That is just sad. So aggravated child rape, bail set at 7,500. That's $750 he get out on. 3 counts of aggravated child rape, another 7,500, $750. That's sad. He said we got to put these judges back where they belong. Oh wow, I couldn't believe he said that. I thought he was gonna say we about to put these judges back in their places. Now, case in point, I'm on probation. I love my judge. I have no problem with the judge that I have. You know, I'm talking about these district judges that are doing what they're doing to Donald Trump and keeping the illegal immigrants from going back to the place that they belong, which is in a prison in Venezuela or wherever they're going. I'm telling you, it's some. I know they know. I know they know. It has to be something going on. They're either getting paid to keep them out of prison, or they protecting them, the Democrats, or it's both. Because I remember watching a video a long time ago that said that they protect the government, certain parts of the government, like the cartels, it goes up to the government and they have enough money to coerce the government into to protecting or doing stuff for them. And they dwell in caves to get gold or something they do. I don't remember, but they are in caves in Mexico City or the realms, the outskirts of Mexico. And if you go past that territory, you will die. Hold up. He said having certain symbols on your tattoos or wearing certain street bands. So those who have tattoos on their eyes of teardrops, we know what signifies those teardrops or tattoos on their eyes, meaning per teardrop, that's person per killing of person. People just don't get those type of tattoos. My dad had those tattoos. My dad had those and he will forever live with those tattoos in his uh mind since he has dementia. I can never ask him, why did you get those tattoos? You know, Pay for their lawyers when I couldn't even have a lawyer, a perfect lawyer, a decent lawyer for my help when I needed them the most, to decently help me in a and decently help advocate for me, you know, you know, in a court of law, whether I was wrong or right. I'm supposed to have a lawyer that decently help for me, advocate for me. Period. I didn't have that. Somehow they're getting these attorneys for these immigrants in these hotel rooms for these immigrants. That's what I'm hearing. They getting these high price hotels in New York. Possibly back in the day, Trump probably stayed at these hotel rooms, high price hotel rooms. Now imagine if that was some black people coming up with a new revived Black Panther thing, just having Black Panther everywhere, saying F everybody, every race of every kind, just I said new revised Black Panther. I'm not saying that this is what they would do or this is what the Black Panthers do. I'm saying just new revised Black Panthers, just saying F every race, and just on TV, just to get attention, just terrorizing all races. They they would have been cut this shit. Uh, They would have been cut the shit out. period. Oh, so a brutal Biden book storm begins. I am so happy. I can't wait to see what this is about. If I could write a book, it wouldn't go nowhere. It would be a shitty book. It would be a great book to me, but it would be a shitty book because it would go nowhere. Whoever writing this book is gonna go places. And I really feel like I wrote him so many times, and I got ignored. I got receipts from writing him because when you write on the White House, I called on the White House hotline. I've written on the White House hotline or the White House website. I written him like 3, 4 times. I written the mulatto chick, Katrina. What's her name? I forgot her name. Katarina. What is her name? She's been in the spotlight. I don't want to remember her name. Hold on. Kamala Harris. I didn't have to look that up. I just she was on the way in the unconscious part of my mind. I written Kamala Harris and it went nowhere. It went nowhere. Every time I wrote them, nowhere but receipts. I demanded people call me back. They never did. I called the Pentagon. They asked me why am I calling them. I called so many people. Y'all wouldn't believe the people who I called. So that I'm glad because in the future what's going to happen is if what they're trying to do is get a brutal Democrat to come in place and start retracting everything that they can so that history won't be as harsh and people won't know as much as they should know about history. And that means retracting everything and taking away what books are being written and what is in the history books or whatnot. So I can't wait to see what this is about. Whoa. Whoa. I want to know who is going to buy TikTok. That's what I want to know. Who is going to buy TikTok? Who is going to buy TikTok? He said a lot of potential buyers. How do they bargain that? How do they bargain like buying TikTok? Like, is it the highest bidder? Is it the bidder with the most proposal, education, technology? Like, how does that work? So I know O'Reilly, Kevin O'Leary. Oh my God. Not Bill O'Reilly, but Kevin O'Leary wanted to buy it. And then two other people, I forgot them, wanted to buy it. But yeah. So when we get back on here, we're gonna watch some real estate and we're gonna dive into like real estate or whatnot. And that will be it for the day. Um, yeah. So you guys, I hope that you take care. I hope that you be safe. And what else? Make sure you stay vigilant because it was the 16-year-old girl or 15-year-old girl that got off the bus and almost got taken by this man. I don't know if he's a legal immigrant or not, but he looks like a immigrant. He ran off in the woods, hasn't been seen ever since. But they were on the bus and he tried to drag her into the woods and there were some people that intervened. And that's what I mean. I said to myself, I'm like, people think I'm playing, man. They moving on this side of town. You know, he watched her that whole fucking time, man, on the bus. That's why I watch. That's the only reason why I watch children. And I briefly watch them. I don't just hound them. I just watch them. I watch them and I briefly look at them and briefly look at who's behind them because sometimes they don't even be paying attention for it, especially if they're alone. And if there's a man walking behind them, and if they're female, I'm watching. Just in case I need to go to the police station and talk to someone about the situation. I stay vigilant. And I'm pretty sure she was petite. It's scary out here on these buses, man. This was near my neck of the woods. It's just terrible out here. I'm tired of this shit, man. Oh, it just pisses me off, man. These men think that they can overpower women and take advantage of women. It just sickens me, man. It just makes me want to just scream. Seriously, man. Why don't men like that deserve to take a knife and look at themselves down there and Lorena Bobbitt themselves, man. And if you don't know what that means, then you're too young to know what that means. You need to Lorena Bobbitt yourself, man. And stop. And I'm not joking. Just Lorena Bobbitt yourself, man. Stop fucking with little children and women. It's just sick. People shouldn't have to worry about that shit, man. I think when I come off a probation in either July or December, whenever, I don't care, whenever, I'm gonna get me one of them little jackknives that's stuck to my waist, because anybody mess with me, man, start grabbing at my daggone arm, dragging me and stuff. I'm just no. Or I'm going to carry some mace, no. It's some sick wackos out here, man. It is some sick wackos out here. You need to be protected, man, for your own good. What is the odds? So, you guys definitely take care, man. You guys definitely take care. And to all those perverts out there, immigration is coming for you. Immigration is coming for you. ICE is coming for you. Definitely. They just haven't rounded it up yet. Trying to sleep with children. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. Disgusting perverts, man.
Never waste my time.